Welcome to Echoes from the Valley, a fortnightly podcast about life on a permaculture farm in southeast Queensland. Today we're going to talk to Tahlea about the livestock and the wonderful lives that are part of the Echoes in the Valley. Good morning, Tahlea.
Good morning.
I just would like to ask you first about the livestock you have on this wonderful farm.
We have cattle, horses, chickens, ducks.
Okay, what sort of cows do you have?
Brahman, cross drought masters.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we used to have 21. We've had to downsize to 9 at the moment because of the drought. We did have 14 sheep, which we downsized to 3 sheep at the moment.
That must have been a bit of a tough call for you.
Yeah, the drought really hit everyone around the area here. So,
Yeah, I believe I heard that the bales of hay were up to $500 a bale at one point.
yeah, for quality, but I think your normal big round bales of hay went up to $240, which was okay. We struggled to buy it, and we were buying it. But once they hit 500, we sort of decided, yeah, it's about time we call it quits. We struggled for about maybe 4 to 5 years, holding on. We had, luckily, we've had neighbours that grow vegetables and they have scraps, so that kept us going a little bit. We had an area in Gaddon we used to go to. That was always a drama, getting animal food, always every morning, getting up, being in line, making sure that we got the food. And once it got really, really hard, we, downsized, which was really, upsetting. We did have lots of geese that some backpackers decided to, I don't know what they did, but a lot of them had passed away. But hopefully we'll get some more geese.
Yeah.
Yes.
And your horses, do you like riding them?
I used to be really into riding horses when I was younger, but I believe these days I like my animals to live free and not have to be slaved by humans. So, yeah. And my cattle, I don't really need the horses to round them up because I can beat my horn. As long as I've got a ute load of food, they just come. So it's, I like my horses to run free, not be controlled by humans.
So do you eat any of the cows and the sheep on the farm?
I have. We've had some sheep when we get too many rams. Yeah, I have never eaten my cattle. No, I love them too much. Yeah. Have had chickens, the roosters we've plucked, and a turkey that was really naughty. He decided that he was going to attack everyone. So when Grandma was here, that was the first time I learnt how you slaughter something, I guess.
So what's the idea of having the livestock on the farm? Is it for you to eat, or is it them to just run wild and fertilise, or...?
The idea is with animals, cattle, they actually fertilise the ground and they compact a lot of the ground in as well. Did have pigs once, and I thought, they're going to help with the dam, but that didn't work out the way we thought at all. But no, every animal on the farm has a purpose.
Like
Fertilising the grounds, keeping the grass down. And when dams are low, they do compact dirt in. And with the cows, there's many of uses with their manure. We've done seed walling with it. We've made EMs with it. And it's also good for gardening.
What's the EMs, Tahlea?
EMs is efficient microorganisms.
All right, so you
Effective microorganisms, sorry.
Okay, yeah, that sounds really interesting. So you like to use the manure to
Yeah,
repurpose?
my mother, Francine, does all that.
And so tell me about the piggies. What were they going to do with the dams?
I got them because I believe in Sepp Holzer. He has pigs, and watched a movie at the time, and I saw the pigs compacting dam. So
So they were helping build the dam.
Yes. So I thought, oh yeah, we'll get some pigs. And I had a pig, and I even put the food into the dam for him, and he still didn't want to participate in helping with that. But we did a lot of animal rotation too at the time. So we did a lot of electrical fencing. The pigs always got out because one of the pigs learnt that if you scream before you hit electrical fencing, that's how you get out. So we had to get rid of the pigs as well. That's when the drought first started. And at the time we were getting corn, but it's always an uphill battle when the drought comes to keep everything alive. And you've really got to be stubborn and to really love your animals if you want to do that.
Well, I'm sure that would be in your vocabulary then, stubborn and hanging on to those animals.
We did as much as we could. Yeah.
So what sort of stories do you have about, any funny stories about the livestock you've got on the property?
Well, my pig. He taught all the other pigs how to get out of electrical fencing, and at one time he come charging at me because he was like a pet pig, and he decided that he was going to rip my pants off in front of all the backpackers and bowled me over. So, yeah, he got too big for me, to handle. So, yeah. I don't know. There's plenty. Goats. We did have goats, and the backpacker had let them out, and I went chasing after this little goat. I think it might have been a sheep, actually. And she kicked me right in the jaw.
Yeah.
Trying to catch her. That was a funny
Pretty
one.
scary. I'm glad you're okay.
But with the pigs, the backpackers, we used to, because it was Pumbaa and I think her name was Helga. And because they fight so much, we decided that they would have a pretend wedding.
So you married the two pigs
Yeah,
off.
they got married. That was with an English girl. And plenty of good stories with the animals.
So what's the most rewarding things that you like about having livestock on the farm?
I don't think I could live without cattle. I do love my sheep. They're dorpers mainly. They're naughty. You can't really keep them in. And I used to love one of them. You just get a bucket and they'd always follow you. But rewarding is watching them eat. I love to watch animals eat and see them happy. I find it the most rewarding thing.
That's really sweet. Yeah, lovely. So what about the wildlife is there on the property? What wildlife have you seen?
We've got plenty of wildlife here, and there'd be a long list of them, but the ones I have seen would be the bandicoots. They're usually down around near the shed that we stay at. And, they're up at the house where we stay. Pretty face wallabies. They are always around early in the morning, if you can catch them, or sometimes you'll see them at dusk. And the yellow-footed antics around, and they're always around the house or around the chicken pens stealing eggs. Echidnas, we do have echidnas. I haven't seen them on the property, but I have seen them down the road. And I'm sure there's probably turtles around here because I used to see turtles crossing the road as well. Lots of hawks, and silver eyes. I've seen the little wattle birds, they're very cute, and the blue butterflies, they're always around. Lots of butterflies, especially after the rain. We got bees, brown snakes, pythons, get the wood ducks in the dams, tawny frogmouths, the goshawks, and masked owls, and blue-faced honey eaters.
Nice.
Yeah. There's plenty more because we did have a lady from Land for Wildlife come out and we identified a lot more than that. So eventually one day I'm hoping that we'll get some cameras up and be able to really identify what's around here.
That'd be nice. Yeah, I know. I guess that's just another project, hey? Getting all the cameras up and having the, what are they called? Those drones that you can...
A drone would be really good.
Yeah, I guess it's all down to money at the end of the
Because I
day.
don't sit out there watching all night.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that's funny. Have you got any funny stories about wildlife that you've had incidences with?
Yeah, there was some backpackers here, and the bandicoots used to scare people because they always thought they were big rats. I've had people scared of snakes, and the funny thing, when people are scared of snakes on the farm, you will see a snake, a brown snake, and I find that funny. Oh, another one was in my room. Nobody believed me at the time, but I saw these two snakes, and I said to Mum, "There's snakes in my room," and she said, "No, there's not." And I thought they were big brown snakes. So anyway, we rung up the snake catcher, and he said, "Oh, they're just brown tree snakes, and they're fighting over the girl because they were mating at the time."
That's about all, I guess. Have you got anything else you'd like to add about the wildlife and the livestock here, Tahlea, before, or challenges or anything else before we...
The main challenge is the drought, as
The
I've
drought.
said.
Yeah, I know. So
Sometimes
what
it
steps
can
have you
be-
taken towards trying to prevent drought affecting your property?
Well, at the moment, my mother's fertilising paddocks with gypsum, and we'll be probably trying to put some seawater around the paddocks to keep it growing
Why would you use seawater?
because of the minerals.
Okay, so the minerals in the seawater are good for the soil, are they?
Also, chopping and dropping.
Chopping and dropping,
yeah,
the permaculture,
Yeah.
yeah?
When the drought hits and when summer comes, there's only so much you can do.
Yeah, I understand that.
We got lots of swales and that helps gardening, I guess.
Yeah, that helps keep the water in the landscape, does it?
Yeah, hopefully to get a lot more swales in around the property.
Yeah, that's all full-time job, isn't
And
it?
a few more dams. Make it. I like Sepp Holz's methods, so it's something I want to follow in life.
It's lovely. Well, thank you, Tahlea, for your enlightened version of Echoes in the Valley's wildlife and livestock animals story. And stay tuned, in another 2 weeks for another podcast.